What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing y'all the tutorial on how to clean and service your Shocker AMP and your Virtue Spire 5. Also, here's a paintball for you, for those of you that subscribe. Anyways, we're going to get started. I like to service and clean it by quickly starting right here with the eye covers. Now, this one's being a pain. I don't want to mess with it, so we're going to flip it over. Sometimes they get stuck because they get paint in them. Sometimes you don't clean it too much. I'll also be kind of explaining some of these parts and what they do. Holy poopy, I just pulled the whole screw out and this thing did not come off. This is not normal. There it goes. Sometimes you gotta whack it a few times. This thing's pretty old. Had it for a minute. It's been real good to me. Anyway, so this is your eye cover. As you can see, throw it in the light. Mine's not so simple. Mine probably need that. This little blue thing is called your baldy tent. For those of you that don't know, this is what keeps your ball from just mindlessly rolling down your barrel. And it kind of has a little spring action to let the ones that are flying fly. So, usually, I already cleaned this gun in this part of it anyway. So, usually, I would just take a little Q-tip and squabble, squabble, squabble. However, we're not going to need to do that because it is already pretty clean. So, we're just going to put her back on there. Line her back up and throw that screw back in there. That's kind of odd. And don't know how that happened. Anyways. Screw it back in there and hopefully go back in. Never had that happen before. First time for everything, man. Anyway. Once this gets in there and I feel like it's nice and tight. Alright. So, next up is this. The bolt. I'm going to take it out off camera. Well, actually, I'll do it right here. So you twist, and then pull. Simple as that. So this is your bolt. This is the engine of the gun, so to speak. Now I'm going to set the gun off this side. You're not going to need it now. So this is what shoots every single paintball that comes out of your gun. I've also recently lubed it, so we're probably not going to lube it, but I'm just going to explain where it would go. So, grease, as you can see, everywhere where you see an O-ring. O-ring, grease. That one needs a little bit of lube on it. Lube, grease, same thing. I don't really know the difference. I might be a teenager and not really know, but some of y'all old farts might call me out on that in the comments. Anyways, we're just gonna kind of spread it around. I like to just kind of put it in my fingers and just spin it around. Works best, I feel like. Alright, and then to get to the other parts of the bolt, we're gonna take it all completely apart. It's not always necessary. So we're going to screw this right here. Little blue thing down in there didn't come out. That does not usually come out. You just gotta push it from the top sometimes. Sometimes a little hard. Anyway, that comes out. This is what actually shoots. This, when it's inside of here, it's like this, and it's just kind of moving back and forth. And this is what actually makes contact with the paintball. This has to be really lubed up. As you can see, I've recently given it some lube. It's nice and smooth right now. So, I wouldn't fiddle with that too much. This is what lets the air pass through it. This is just a gas chamber, and the air comes in somewhere in here. I'm not sure on that part entirely. Now, to put it back together, find the end, being this piece. This just falls down in there. Little O-rings will get nice and tight. And then you just push it through with this end. It'll see, it's not all the way through right now, but when you start screwing it, it'll work its way in there. Might have to put a little force on it, but it'll make its way. It'll work this way. Hold on. It's working it. See? It comes. It's just a little tough sometimes. And then make sure you don't actually do that. Now your hand's probably going to be all greasy, so I like to have my little microfiber, courtesy of Blazers Paintball. Come to go check them out. So, we're done with the bolt. Pretty much. We're pretty much already done. I mean, if you're just servicing and cleaning your gun, that's all you really gotta do. Now to put it back in the gun, you need to find the hole. See that? Line it. Make it fly back in there. See that little blue thing? Make sure it hits this ramp and then click. See it turn, click. Okay. Now, put the lid back on this. I don't actually squeeze lube everywhere. Now, how to clean your barrels. What we got these little things for. Mine's nasty right now. I don't feel like putting it in here because it's barely clean in there anyway. So, we're not going to do that. However, I know people always complain, how do I get the paint out of my holes? There's holes right here on the barrel. How do I get them out? Well, the best way to do it, I have noticed, is I will gas up the gun, plug the barrel with my hand, make sure there's nothing in it. Obviously, you don't want to shoot your hand. That would suck. Pull the trigger, and all the air will hit your hand, come back out, and it'll try to find a way to escape, and find these little holes, and shoot all the paint out. Works really well. As for the letters, for the Freak XL and stuff, nothing much I can do there. It's just like that, man. I try to get it out. My best advice, if you are nitpicky and do you want to try to get it out, take an Allen wrench and just kind of wiggle it around in there. It's really the only thing small enough to get in there, but I feel like you're scratching the paint, so I don't like doing that because I like my beautiful bloody shark. Next up, hopper. I know we're moving real quick, guys. We're in 5 minutes right now, boys. Doing great. So, hopper. Nothing too simple about it. I mean, I shouldn't say that. It is very simple. So, if you want to, I'll give you a little tutorial on how the Spire 5 works. We'll make this a Spire 5 review. So, press button right there. And then this button's really tough. Flings open, you can pour some paint in there. And then this button, it's kind of hard to get on there, so I like to use 2 thumbs and then support it and then press, but it doesn't always like to shut because this clip has to line up as well. It's not about just brute force, it's got to line up. God almighty, I hate doing that thing sometimes. Anyways, other than that, cleaning it's pretty simple because it has a button. Press button, thing moves open. If you want to, you can pull this out. This is what pushes the paintballs down in there through this little hole right here, which we're about to see in a minute. Anyways, for this, that's your spraying ramp. That kind of keeps the balls from kind of going down in here. What I do is honestly, if there's paint in there like this grass right there, I try to get it out as best I can. You don't want grass and go on your paintballs. But I just kind of, I'm real nitpicky about my cleaning. I just take a Q-tip, move around in there, get all that out. Make sure it's not oily. It's okay to be a little oily. You don't want to be real oily. Okay, pretty good. So, shut this. Well, actually, I shouldn't say shut this. I forgot one more thing. There's a clip right here. Pull clip. Tray comes out. Bottom of your tray, you can clean that if need be. It's also where batteries go. Take 3 AA's. Right here. Try to let the light go through it. That's where your paintballs go. That little hole. And grass that goes right there. You're going to have to really kind of pick that out. You can do that easily. It's not that hard. So, on the outside, here on them letters, all that, that's going to be tough. Just guys pick at it. See, you can get chunks off it off. That stuff's nasty. That's just paint. But yeah, open this back up. In this tray, I like to push it down right there. The whole thing falls back in there, falls back into place. Push her down, close it. Good to go. Good to go for your next paintball session. All right, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video.